What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS 3 Raw TV. We're going to do a story time like I promised you on my Trayvon Zimmerman video. And we're going to go back to me being a bouncer. Okay? I worked at a club, and it was a pretty violent club out in Virginia. Every week, fights, guns. I mean, I did almost get shot one night there on a Wednesday night, like on a low-key Wednesday night. And there was a big fight that broke out between all the bouncers and about 5 or 6 individuals. Here's story time. So we're standing outside and this guy comes over to the bouncer and hits him in the head with a stick. A big stick. The stick explodes. We start going to grab this guy and like 6 of his friends come out of nowhere. So now we all start fighting them. We start squaring off. So this one guy, about 120 pounds, I cracked this guy in the jaw and he just falls down. Excuse me. I turn around to see what's going on with my other buddies. And I look back, and he's getting back up. So now I'm like, you shit me. I hit that kid pretty hard. He comes at me again, cracked him in the side of the face, he goes down. Now this time I kind of laid into it a little bit. I'm about 235, 240 pounds. Whacked this little 130-pound kid. He's done. He's not getting up. I probably broke something in his face. Gets back up. So now I said, you got to be shitting me. So now as he comes at me, I grabbed him by the hair and proceeded to knee him in the face about 6 or 7 times. Hard. But what I didn't realize at the time was I was missing his face and hitting him in the forehead as he was fighting. While I had knocked him out cold and when I had him by the hair, I was actually holding him up off the ground. He wasn't fighting anymore, and I kept kneeing him in the face. And he was limp. So now the police show up and they see me kneeing this guy in the face. I just let him go, and he hits the ground, and he just stayed down. So the police come up, we explained to them what happened. We had video surveillance of the parking lot, what was going on. And they arrested them. They arrested 3 out of the 7 or whatever the other ones ran. So a week goes by. We get called in to the club. We go in, and I get told, Jerry, the guy's in the hospital still. When they were bringing him to the jail, he started bleeding out of his ears. He had a brain hemorrhage. His brain was swelling, and he's in the hospital. He may die. So now I'm sitting there going, shit. So I call my friend who's a police officer. And I asked him what the statute of limitation for murder is, even if it's self-defense. He said, you got a year and a day to be charged. So now I'm sitting there going, there's quite a big possibility that I may be going to jail. But at the same time, I killed this guy. And he was a little guy. So I'm not sure why it took so much to hurt this guy. But he was back on his feet, awake when the police arrested him. So I guess another week goes by. I don't hear any more about it. I'm shitting bricks because I'm saying, this guy's probably fucking dead. Or he's on a life support, he's in a fucking coma. Like, I did this because, I felt like I needed to prove a point that if I fucking punch you in the jaw hard, stay down. Don't get back up because I'm going to fucking hurt you more. That was my attitude. And now my knee was swelled up. I actually still have cartilage problems in that knee. That's how hard I hit him. That's how many times I hit this guy. So as we're working, we get a call to the front door. I said, hey guys, they're coming back. Now 3 of these guys came back to the club. The guy wanted to talk to me. He lived. So I go outside and he said, me and you alone over here. So I'm sitting there going, fuck it, he lived. I'm obviously not in trouble now, but if it goes down, he's stupid for being here. So he's already been arrested once. I'm going to be in the clear because he came back. So if he wants revenge, he's going to get fucked up pretty bad this time. Not that he wasn't fucked up already. So he says, and his whole face is fucked up. There's a chip missing out of his cheekbone that's broken off. It's floating around his face. Whole side of his face is black and blue. His jaw was wired, so he's talking like this. And he says, can we forget about everything that happened? I just kind of looked at him. I was like, man, I fucked this guy up pretty hard, and he wants to forget about it. He said, I just got back from Afghanistan. I was deployed in the Marines. I'm a deployment commander. I have a job that'll be with the federal government, with the CIA or whatever it was. And if they find out about this, I'm fucked. Apparently when he got to the hospital, they did a blood tox, and they found massive amounts of cocaine in his system. This is why when I was hitting that guy, his brain wouldn't shut down. His nervous system wouldn't shut down. He would just get back up. The cocaine was such a strong stimulant and whatever the fuck else he was on that it didn't allow his brain to shut down when I kept hitting him. So, we shook hands and left it at that. But for a good week, I thought, there's a good possibility I killed somebody. And it wasn't by accident. I was fucking hammering this guy in the face and the head. That's something that I'll never forget that week in, you know, thinking that this guy, his life is going to end because I made a decision to prove a point, you know. And now I guess it's, you know, I'm much more back to talking people down and using that verbal judo that I spoke about in the Trayvon video than I am with throwing a punch first. I mean, believe me, there are people I'd love to punch in the fucking face because I feel like they deserve it. But there's a good possibility that I'm going to hurt them real bad. And at that point, you know, what is it worth? Do I want to go to jail for the rest of my life because this asshole deserved a punch in the face? Or do I want to say, you know what? Karma will get you. I totally believe that. He'll get his own, or he'll get his, but it doesn't have to be me that does it. I just have to sit back and wait for it to happen and watch. So the lesson here, guys, is think before you swing, especially you younger guys too. When I was younger, it was even worse. Think before you swing, because the consequence could be something that lasts the rest of your life. BioHistoryTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below. www.biohistorytraining.com is the blog, and we're out.